Switching it up a little this week, I actually want to talk about some stuff that I have already. As you may have seen from some of my shorts on this channel and from my background, you can tell that I also collect Lego. I don't just collect though, I also build my own MOCs. Recently, with the new Secret Level series on Amazon, there was an episode based on Armored Core. Now, I played Armored Core 6 that came out last year and I absolutely loved it. And that game sparked a whole new interest in building Lego Bionicle mechs. By now, I have my own fleet and I want to talk about them. Starting with the first one I made that doesn't have a name. I didn't name it yet. This one actually I had made long before Armored Core 6 came out, but you know, I just repurposed it a little to look like an Armored Core. This is a medium weight kind of main character build, I would say. Has dual shock blade arms, one blade on each arm. I only have one of these blade pieces, so just imagine there's one here. Then on the left shoulder is a missile silo and a minigun on the right shoulder. So really dangerous in close range, but can soften up the target a bit before it closes the distance. Nothing too much more to say about this one, but definitely more dangerous than it looks. Moving on, we have the second one I made, and this is Wasp. Wasp is a lightweight build made for absolute speed, sacrificing weapons on its back for a pair of wings instead, a physical shock blade on the left arm, and an assault rifle on the right arm. The motto of this one is death by 1,000 cuts, as it whizzes around your mech and just slashes at you while you desperately try to chase. You could say the weakness of this one is really heavily armored targets, but as with any mech, if the pilot knows what they're doing, they can still be really dangerous. The bunny ear wing idea just came naturally. I don't know why. This one falls the most out of, well, anything in my collection really, just because the feet are so small and spindly. It also has heels, but thankfully no parts are broken. Third, we have absolutely the biggest one I have, Athena. This is the first quad leg build that, well, I've ever made. This is not just a heavy mech, this is a super heavy mech. Athena has her own personalized loadout, here wielding a sword lance for personal body shield, the Aegis, and quad missile launchers, 2 on each shoulder. On the back here is a super thruster to just make her go even faster, and easy to miss on her hips are additional thrusters, as well as underneath her shoulder pads. Underneath is some detailing that implies that there are more thrusters there. And then on the back of her legs are some plasma missile launchers, or could double as heat distractions for enemy missiles. So yeah, just an all-around walking menace. My headcanon for this one is that the company that made Athena, instead of building a fleet of a few mechs, they wanted one super heavy mech to just flex on the other companies. Whether that's efficient or not, it doesn't matter. Athena's freaking cool. Now, earlier this year, I brought Athena with me to a meet and greet to meet Duck Bricks, Robert, and Emily Build It at a Bricks and Minifigs grand opening. All of them were there. They are former winners of Lego Masters, and I brought Athena with me. They all complimented her, they all loved her. I heard Robert even say, "It's gorgeous." Duck Bricks himself took photos of Athena and put up those photos in one of his videos. If you're seeing this, thank you very much. And that was just a really cool moment.
Yo, let's get a photo with it.
Of course, yeah.
This is so cool.
Athena is absolutely the pride and joy of my personal MOCs. This is a solid week of engineering, just sitting at my hobby table, surrounded by pieces, thinking like, how the hell am I gonna make this work? Because again, prior to this, I had never made a quad leg build before. So I was figuring out how this would work for the first time. Next, we have a much smaller one this time, Storm. Storm is a medium weight artillery build. Storm's job is just to sit in the back and hail you from range. On the right arm, we got a bazooka. On the left arm, a minigun. The left shoulder, a plasma rail cannon, and on the right shoulder, a shield battery. I could definitely replace this battery with a second bazooka or really a second option of either of these weapons. But I was thinking in the off chance that something is shooting at Breacher, or if Breacher just needs extra protection, the shield battery is here to kick in. Even the back of the feet here have these extended platforms. And I love how the head just automatically looks like a cat.
Meow.
Now, while Wasp likes to fall backward, because it's so back heavy. Breacher likes to fall forward. I mean, I guess that means the back platforms on the feet are working. Now, last but not least, we have Breacher, a medium weight, full melee build. Now my headcanon for this one, the company that made Breacher is a rival company to the company that made Athena. Obviously they needed an answer for Athena. Athena is such an incredible threat on the battlefield, mostly since her defense is nigh impenetrable. But the company decided to learn from history here. Medieval knights were seemingly invincible at the time, but when it comes to weapons, their weakness were blunt force weapons. Things like hammers, mauls, maces, flails. And so the weapons they chose for Breacher were these pile driver shield gauntlets, one on each arm, and sacrificing shoulder weapons for dual turbines, so it can really get in there fast and just build momentum. You know, Breacher is an absolute menace in melee, specifically made to be the Athena killer, or really just heavy targets in general. Because Breacher has such a specific purpose though, it doesn't see much deployment. Now, what would be the outcome of a fight between Breacher and Athena? I think it would be a stalemate. Both suits would suffer such catastrophic damage that neither one of them can claim victory, which might be kind of lame, but I can't kill one of my kids. Solid black, dark gray accents. Breacher was made to look mean. And those are my Armored Core inspired mechs, all made out of Lego Bionicle and Technic parts. Mixing classic Lego system bricks with Bionicle and Technic is one of my favorite build techniques. If you want to see more in-depth videos on how I made them and what they look like on the inside, absolutely let me know in the comments. I would love to do that. Now, talking about the Armored Core episode in Secret Level, I absolutely loved it. Even if you've never played Armored Core, everything makes sense, the action is fantastic, and it's just right. Now, minor spoilers, Keanu Reeves as the main character, I absolutely loved. I don't know what it is about him, but he's just great in sci-fi. If you played Armored Core 6, you should definitely be able to recognize the weapons on the mechs, their loadouts. It's such a great love letter to fans as well. If you don't know, Secret Level is a new anthology series where each episode is based off a different game. It's from the makers of Love, Death, and Robots, so this makes perfect sense coming from them. I do hope Secret Level gets more support because I think video game adaptations in generally are portrayed best in animation. Some work well in live action, like Fallout or Last of Us. I don't think Last of Us needed a live action adaptation, but you know, whatever. But other great examples, Castlevania, Arcane, Warhammer. Oh my god, the Warhammer episode. That, not even a bias, is just objectively the best episode in Secret Level. That's my hobby show and tell for the week, not a hobby update. Again, let me know if you want some, maybe even how-to videos for my Lego MOCs, and I'll definitely make more Lego related videos in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.